What's up, guys? All right, we're back. Damn, look at the glare. This will be our new intro thing. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Yeah, I guess a lot has changed. It got real dark up in here. First thing we added was the more secure lids. I added this egg crate. I used to use this egg crate a lot with like dividers, breeding racks, all kinds of stuff. But I always come back to these as lids, right? I always use egg crates for lids just because I used to keep bikers, I used to keep pyara, and these are the type of fish that they would jump like crazy, and I needed to keep them in the tank. You know, I'm not trying to have them fly out of the tank when I have like lighter lids or anything. I wanted something that's really secure. And even though these lids are fairly light, as you can see, I have a piece right here. Right, it's light. It's a little plastic, but they have the holes where you can drill into the tank and zip tie it. So that's what I did here. Basically, just drilled a hole in the tank here. Drill a hole in the tank right there, and then right there, and I did to all the corners, even the back, right? And I secured the egg crate to the lid, or to the top of the tank. Now also, I made these little flaps. You can't really, it's hard to see here, but basically I have these zip tie hinges in the back where I can just flap this open if I open up these Velcro straps. But yeah, that's another thing I like to use. I like to use Velcro straps for almost everything. See here, I have it on the same side, right? On this side I have it here, Velcro strap here holding it down, just because I want to be able to open it and close it and still have kind of the strength of zip ties, but at the same time, the ease of opening up my lids whenever I need to. I'm going to get another piece of Lexion plastic. Those are the type of clear plastic that doesn't warp like acrylic. With acrylic, once one side gets wet and the other side stays dry, it typically warps, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to keep evaporation down and humidity down in your fish room. So I guess take notes. I tried using polycarbonate, but it's not clear enough, like the polycarbonate greenhouse panels. But I did notice that the polycarbonate greenhouse roofing is good, but it's just too rigid. Like there's waves in it, so it's hard to seal all the water in. And I don't know, maybe I'm just being picky. I don't like how it looks, but yeah, I started using this polycarbonate Lexion sheet. It's pretty much indestructible. It's just kind of expensive, actually. I think that piece at Home Depot costs like $30 to $40 for just that little piece. So whatever, I'm just gonna stick to this piece of glass that's broken for now until I find some time to go to Tap Plastics or something. You may notice that the tank is really fucking dark. Now, let me move this chair. Yeah, it's so dark to the point where even in person, it's hard for me to see like the fish. Like, it's hard for me to see the barracuda. It's kind of chilling in the back. But I wanted this type of look. I wanted that dark look, so at night it looks like the fish are kind of floating. But yeah, for now the tank's kind of cloudy just because I just added the sand. I added a little bit of filter floss in the tank, or in the filter, so it'll help clear up the tank a little bit. But I guess it'll just take some time for it to clear up. As you see, arowanas doing good. Damn, you can barely see him. Arowanas doing good. He still has that little bump on his nose, but over time he'll heal. The only bad part about black sand is all this like poop that gets shown. But later on in the series, I'll show you how to make a DIY sand vacuum with a net that allows you to filter out the difference between sand and what you're trying to scoop up, like extra food or poop. I'll go ahead and try to make one of those and show it to you guys. I don't know where I learned it. I learned it from like the forums or something. So basically, some guy makes a sand gravel vacuum, whatever, with just an air line and an air pump. And then I basically just took that idea and ran with it. I've been using one ever since, but ever since the move, I lost where my setup was. You know, all kinds of stuff laying around. Just gotta clean this stuff up. Extra plywood, and the 50 is still kind of chilling there. But yeah, the arowana is doing good. Barracuda is doing good for sure. Pike kerosene does good no matter what. Last night I tried feeding the arowana. I tried feeding it pellets. It didn't accept it, but it kind of nudged his head in there. But I started feeding raw shrimp, and I was gonna tie it to a piece of string and kind of fish it in the tank. And that's how I usually weed my predators off of live foods, with that sewing thread and shrimp method. But in the case of the arowana, it just took it as it fell in, so that was good. But it definitely reduced the amount of headaches that would have occurred if I had to keep tying the shrimp and feeding it and all that. So yeah, I basically recorded a feeding video of it yesterday, and I'll go ahead and post it right here. So yeah, for now, that's about it. I'll give you an update on the fish as it grows. Maybe next time I see you guys, I'll probably try and wrap this cinder block. It's looking kind of disgusting. I mean, I'm kind of used to it, but I kind of want to wrap it with something nice. Maybe like with a black cloth or something, like Joey does on King of DIY. And then maybe vinyl wrap the outer edges of my tank, just because these patch marks that I made for the tank, they stick out like a sore thumb when it comes to having black substrate. So that's something that I might have to work on. And I guess after that, I don't know what's gonna be next. I guess just whatever comes along, you know. I was thinking about working on a better overflower. It looks kind of ugly, but I don't know. We'll see. As time goes on, we'll just pick up more little projects. Alright, so I put the new light on with the black substrate. It was a lot harder to see the fish, especially in the daytime. So I put on my bigger light. Arowanna's not used to it yet. It's hiding in the corner. Over time, I'll be used to it. He's already eating and stuff, so I assume that he'll get used to it very, very soon. Pike kerosene likes it. Ever since I added the new light, the pike is swimming a lot more. And yeah, with this new light, it still kind of gives it that dark look. Not as dark as the light before, but this one adds a little bit of color into it. And then when the arowana gets used to this light, it'll be patrolling the water and acting all normal, and hopefully it'll look really good under this light right here. And then I also took care of that trim problem. Basically just put a piece of electrical tape and ran it all the way across the bottom, but not all the way to the bottom, so I can still monitor these patches. See, I can still see where I patched it up. But yeah, I think it looks a lot better. And yeah, with this new light, it'll take the arowana some time to get used to it, but hopefully he'll be in his comfort zone sometime soon. I assume he'll be used to it by tomorrow. But if not, if he's still not used to it and he's still stressing out, I might take out one of the tubes. But I think this is the best way for it to learn, and to learn fast, that this is going to be the light that's going to be on this tank. And he better get used to it as soon as possible, or he's going to be stuck in that corner for a really long time. Oh, it's coming out. Nope, he's hiding. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.